Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Bailey and this is my budget. Today I was planning on finishing out this budget, which I still am in a way. I was going to cash stuff, whatever wasn't ready, and I was going to do my new budget. So some of these things are still true, but if you may have seen by the thumbnail, some of these things are probably not going to happen. And this is a question mark. So if you are new here, welcome, first of all. And if you want to know the stories that have happened, I am going to go over this budget first, but I will leave a timestamp somewhere down here of where you can skip to if you want to hear the stories of what happened, of why I may have to make some changes here. So first of all, Mr. Bailey is upstairs asleep. He just got in a couple hours ago, and I have my morning voice on, and you guys know the furnace and the refrigerator is going to pop on, so we're going to have some background noise. So let's just get all of that out of the way. But we had pretty much gotten everything. You know what? I had some receipts from yesterday. Okay, I have the receipts. I had to get my wallet. Let's see. That one. These are gas receipts, so we're gonna just keep those over there. Okay, so we're just gonna go over this to see how we did. So let's zoom in. So we budgeted for $1,100. How about that? $1,142. And we was hoping that we could make something extra to put towards the American Express. So that's why I had that in pink, because that wasn't actually on the budget. That was hopeful. So everything on here we did do. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 1,142. And then as far as household, it is just, okay, it's just a couple things that I need to add. So yesterday we did do what's today? 17th. So yesterday was the 16th. Yesterday we finally got the pizza. We did not get it on that one day that we said we was, but we got the pizza and it came up to, wait. We're just gonna put Little Caesars. And we're gonna put that under grocery. And that was $9.84. The pizza cost like $7, but I got a crazy, the sauce, the marinara sauce, because I got a free Italian cheese bread. So it came out to $9.84. So if I go, we had $9.32 left. $9.32 minus $9.84. So that is negative 52 cents. And then we also had I got a lemonade. I would have just went on and got it from Little Caesars, but this store next door to it was always, let's see, let's put lemonade. It was always cheap back in the day. And so I hadn't been there in a while. So I was like, okay, let me go in here first and get a lemonade and to go with dinner, and we'll be good. That man told me $3.49 for a 2-liter. I wanted to just put it back, but I didn't. So, but gosh, I told my husband, I said, oh, they will never get my business again. So this was negative 401 on grocery. And I am going to put these receipts in the Fetch Rewards app. At this point, I feel like everybody knows what Fetch Rewards is. So I'm not going to pretty much explain, but if you like free money or gift cards or whatever, go ahead and use my link that's provided, or my referral code, and we will get to I mean, what am I trying to say? And we'll both get money. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. Household, grocery. I needed to add these two things because I didn't know where they went. The McDonald's. I need some, I need to do another category because this was just a random day and I was starving out. That was $6.18. Oops. Nope. We budgeted for zero. $6.18. And the wine. How much was that? $6.89. Okay. So now we can go back over here. Okay. So we budgeted for 175. 175. We got, oh, how much did we spend in household? Household, we was left with $39.04. So okay, so 75 minus 39.04. So we actually only spent $35.96. Grocery, we was over. What did I say? Did I say 401? Yep. Grocery, we was over. Did you guys even see that? Okay. We was $35.96 is what we actually spent out of the 75. Grocery, we was negative $4.01. We had haircuts that wasn't in that amount, and then these other two things. So let's give this a total to see. When I'm trying to zoom in with you guys, that's why I keep being out of frame. But somebody told me, make sure you zoom in. I said, okay. Sometimes I forget. 35.96 plus, I'm just gonna jump down to 55 plus 6.18. Plus 6.89. I paused because I was trying to see. I guess I got to do $104.01. Yeah. Right? Yeah, $104.01. So we end up spending $208. My pen's not working. $208.04. So 208.04 minus 175. We was over by $33.04. And that's basically because I forgot to add the haircuts in. So over here, okay, here's where we're going to get into a story time. We was going to do car maintenance. It's the only thing we had to do, and put something towards debt. So I have the money here to cash. Oh, sorry guys. I have the money here to cash stuff, but I don't think I'm going to do it because I picked this guy up from driving Lyft, and he said that he was a mechanic. I was taking him to Olive Garden, but he said that he had been a mechanic most of his life, but right now he was a chef at Olive Garden. So, or cook or whatever. So he told me that he could hear the noise. Do you guys remember a couple weeks ago? I said, I'm hearing some kind of vibration. And at first I was hoping it wasn't my transmission, or I was hoping it wasn't this, or, or whatever. And I was like, but I'm hearing a noise. And I think that something that they just fixed might be broken also too. So we're just talking. Somebody else already told me what it could be, but we just haven't taken it to the shop yet. Because I was trying to get the car makers together so I can get everything done at one time. Like let them check that thing that I hear, and also check the, fix the heat. So somebody else already told me that it could be a wheel bearing, And when he was in the back seat, and he could feel the vibration in his foot too. And he said, "Oh, yeah, it seemed like you have a wheel bearing problem." He said it could be a wheel bearing, or it could be your CV axle. And I said, when I pull off from a complete stop, once I start going, you can't feel the vibration. But right when you get around 35, 40 miles per hour, you start feeling the vibration. And he said, "Oh yeah, that's definitely your wheel bearing." So I said, "Well, how much do you think something like that will cost?" He was like, "Well, if you went to somewhere like Bell Tire or something," I don't know why he just started with this, but he said, if you go to somewhere like Bell Tire or something like that, they can do an inspection for $65 and whatever. But their labor is taxing. He was like, so they'll probably charge you around $800 or $900. I was like, what? I had wheel bearings done before my other car. Like, what's going on? So he said, but if you're going to go to your mechanic, he said the parts would be anywhere between $120 and $180, and plus labor. So I'm like, okay, so probably around $300 or $400. So at this point, I'm nervous because he says, yeah, you know what happens if you keep driving and it goes out. And he proceeded to tell me that the whole thing would just drop onto the rotor, and the rotor could go out and blah. I mean, he just started saying all of these things, and you would probably mess up more things and whatever. And I'm just like, oh my God. So at this point, I'm just like, I just want to go home. So I set my destination towards the airport. I did end up getting a ride, and then I was done. My husband did go ahead and drive the car last night. Because I guess he said one more day. Well, actually 2 more days. I guess it's not going to hurt because we still have to get this money up for the tires that's due on the 21st. So at this point right now, I am nervous, guys. I'm supposed to be going to work this morning, at least do a few hours before the game starts today. And that was just mainly because I wanted to put something towards this 50 envelope challenge that's going towards the new tires. If you're new here, I just got new tires. I got it on my business account with Bell Tire, and it was almost $1,100, and it was due in 45 days, and the 45th day is on the 21st. So far we've been doing the 50 envelope challenge, which Mr. Bailey still haven't colored these yet, but we're at $374. I'm going to put my YouTube check towards it, which you guys will see once I do the new budget. And so I have the $137 up here, but it may, so technically it still is car maintenance, but I'm not going to stuff it. I'm going to go put it back in the bank, and I may actually have to take the $37 that's in there out also and put it towards it too, because I'm hoping that I don't have to use my credit card. And if I do, it will only be just a little bit that I would have to put towards it, because I only have 137 plus 37. I only have $174. So that's basically probably just only the part, not the labor. So we do have the 137. And there's one more thing that happened too, guys. So we actually did all of this. So remember, we only budgeted for $1,800. We actually did all of this, the $592. But it's probably going to have to go towards what it needs to go through. And I'm hoping that I don't have to take any money out of the actual emergency fund also. But if I do, that's what it's there for. So we're going to see. I do have the money for the $91 to pay off the phone. I'm going to wait. I swear this is the same exact thing that happened last time. Do you guys remember that? This was the same thing that happened last time. I was about to go pay the phone off, and then something happened with the car, and then I couldn't pay it off. But hopefully this is not the case, because this would be a much cheaper fix than an engine. So we actually did $91, but it's not going to be a zero-based budget. Our budget is going to be a 51 envelope challenge is falling. I keep pushing this thing back further and further. It's actually going to be negative the 3304. So we actually went over. I'll put it right here, and I'll put it down here too. it's going to be negative 3304 is what we went. And that, like I said, that was because of the haircuts. So even with, we actually would have been under if I wouldn't have forgot about the haircuts. So that is it for that part of the budget. Now we are going to go to a new budget. Oh, you know what, guys? This is not 3304. I forgot to put the other thing that I'm talking about. So my son was trying to hurry up. His dad had called him and told him to unlock the door for him because he was carrying in some stuff, and he let time slip away from him, and I think he thought about it, and he went to go run, and his phone was still plugged to the charger in here in the kitchen, and my floors are hard floors. They're ceramic, and he went to run and dropped the phone. So the phone wasn't excuse me. So the phone wasn't I thought it wasn't broken, but it kept going. It would just turn off like every 2.5 minutes. It would just turn off and restart. It would just turn off and restart. Now this boy has had his phone since like 2019. The same phone. It was like the iPhone SE or something like that. So I don't even know. Like, it didn't even have a number. It was just an SE. So, and he's been patient, and he's been asking me for a phone, and I've been telling him that we have to save up for it. But he didn't. We didn't end up saving up for it because of obvious reasons, the engine and all of that. So I'm gonna have new debt now. I'm gonna put this phone on the I bought him a new phone yesterday. Like, here's the bag from Verizon. But of course I did not have the money for a new phone, so I put it on my bill. The very thing that I just said that I wasn't gonna do. And that's why I want to pay off this $91, because now his phone is going to be $25 a month for me to pay off. So, and it's no interest or anything like that. They just add it to your phone bill because they know the average person can't afford a new phone unless you save up like I was trying to do. So Verizon, because if I would have had it for free, got it delivery for free, even if it would have been next day would have still been Monday. This happened on Saturday. It actually happened on Friday night, but he told me about it yesterday, which was Saturday. So if I would have got it free, it wouldn't have been here until for 2 business days, which probably could have been like Tuesday or Wednesday. My son is 16 years old. He can't be leaving the house or be out or whatever, not for me, without a phone. So I couldn't wait that long. So I had it delivered straight to the store, and we made it there with a minute to spare before the Verizon store closed, once they told me that it was ready. And I'm thinking like, okay, just give me the phone. This man says, okay, it's $39.99. And I said, oh, I get my debit card out. I'm like, okay, so what's the $39.99 for? And he was like, oh, a convenience fee. I'm like, okay. So for me to get in my car, spend my gas to come up there and pick up the phone, they charged me $39.99. So that was that was not budgeted at all. So actually, if you do 3304, let's see, 3304, and we're gonna add on the 33.99. I was actually over budget 6703. So that's the same thing with this. I'm just gonna put it over here. We were negative 6703. So that was the other thing that happened. And if everything wouldn't have happened with the car and with everything, I probably would not have told him that I would get him the phone. I probably would have said, as long as you have to make a call when you're out, or if you're, doing something or whatever, just turn that phone on and give me the call in those 2.5 minutes that you have. But he told me that before the man told me about the car. So I went on and did what I went on and told him that, once I got home, I would get him the phone. And then the man told me about the car, and I had already told him about the phone. So that was that. But guys, I was about to go ahead and go into the new budget. But because of the time here, we're already almost at 22 minutes. I don't want this video to be too long. So I am going to do the budget and have it tomorrow for Monday. And that will also put me a day ahead. So I won't be doing like I'm doing now, have a morning voice with trying to do a video and get it out to you guys, and then trying to go to work. I'll actually be able to have this one already uploaded and then keep doing my videos like that. So when you guys get the update on the car to see what's wrong with it, you will probably see it on Tuesday, because the budget video will come out on Monday, the brand new budget. So with all that being said, you guys, at this point, I'm gonna have a brand new car with this Jeep. But listen, it has 291,000 miles on it, and that's because I drive Lyft with it and my husband drives Uber with it. So to be honest with you, for the wheel bearing to just be going out at almost 300,000 miles is actually pretty good. So these are things that was gonna happen to a car that normally would probably happen at with the car around 80,000 to 100,000 miles. So I'm actually probably got almost like technically like three lifetimes out of the wheel bearing. So I'm going to try to look at it positive, and I'm going to also hope that that's what it is. And so anyway, guys, with that being said, if you made it to the end, keep me in your prayers. And because I really don't want to have to take any time off, because I'm going to have to take tomorrow morning off for them to fix it, and hopefully they can fix it fast. And also let me know that you made it to the end, and let me know if things like this has been happening to you lately, because I feel like ever since I've been budgeting that more things are happening. So were they going to happen already and I'm a little more prepared for them, or am I making this happen because I'm preparing for it? I don't know. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments of what you think about that. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you guys tomorrow with the brand new budget.